Do you ever have one of those days where you just kind of think like, is this really it? I'm surrounded by fans online, but no one who actually gets it offline. You're not crazy, and you're definitely not alone. Creator isolation is very real, and it's hitting adult content creators harder than anyone else. But stick around, because today I'm going to show you how to break out of that lonely creator content cave you've been living in without quitting on the career you love. I remember when I first got into live webcam, I was logging online every day, working insane hours because I just couldn't believe this was real even, and I was earning more money than I ever had in my life, but I felt really alone. Like, how is it possible to be surrounded by all of this attention and still feel completely disconnected? Does that sound familiar? In this video, I'm going to talk about the 3 biggest reasons adult content creators experience isolation, and most importantly, the exact strategies to rebuild connection with yourself, other creators, and even your audience in a healthier way. First, I want to say that you are not broken. This is a business model problem, not a personal failure of some sort. There is this perform and disconnect cycle. So the more you perform for attention, the less connected you feel when the camera is off. It's like giving main character energy with literally no supporting cast. So think about reframing the isolation experience, right? Many creators normalize their loneliness and they think, I'm just bad at making friends or something's wrong with me. But the truth is, isolation is often built into this business model of being an adult creator all by itself. You spend hours online performing for fans. Your in-person interactions, they begin to shrink. And most people in your real life either don't understand or don't support what you do. So it's not about you being broken. It's about the structure of the work that is isolating by default. Content creation really prioritizes output, but rarely leaves time or space for genuine human input, like real friendships or meaningful conversations or offline experiences. And this is why I think the perform disconnect cycle is really important. Every time you create new content, you're in this performance mode. But when the camera turns off, the contrast between high energy and on self and the quiet, real life, more relaxed self can sometimes feel really jarring. And then you repeat this cycle, which deepens the feeling of disconnection because you're constantly giving energy, but rarely receiving it back in a meaningful or personable way. Even fan attention doesn't fill this void. It's transactional. It's not a reciprocal connection. Now, drop a moon emoji in the comments if you have ever had that silent spiral at 2 a.m. moment, because I have. I want you to be able to visually see how common this is. Because the reality is, it's the late nights at 2 a.m. where I'm like, why don't I have a life? Why do I work so hard if I don't get anything back from it? And I know I'm not alone in that, and I want you to see that you're not either. When you log offline, you need to remember that you will end up in an echo chamber of your own thoughts, and you don't have to. And listen, we love main character energy, myself included, but every Netflix star has a bestie or a messy sidekick. Everyone, for me, knows about Katie, my best friend who works for Motor Bunny.
This is your loss. This is what you're missing out on. This is why you should answer my FaceTimes.
The question is, where is yours? Where is your person who acts as a release valve and lets you refill your cup? Next, you need to fix your offline and online energy balance. You need to schedule offline, low-effort social time, even if it's like a coffee shop or people watching or a session with a friend on FaceTime. Either way, for every, say, 10 pieces of content you post or create, schedule 1 moment of real human connection. I think this is the best way to avoid burnout, and I think you should test it. And if you do test it, let me know in the comments as well. This is gonna help fix your balance, right? You need some kind of input to create a meaningful output. What I'm trying to say is that you can't keep pouring from an empty cup, and as a creator, you are constantly producing. You're constantly giving energy and personality and ideas to a camera and to your audience. But if you're not regularly refilling your own tank through real, grounding, offline experiences, eventually your content is gonna feel forced and uninspired and even robotic. Think about it like this. If your life becomes 100% content creation, What new experiences do you even have to be pulling from? You're remixing the same tired vibes, and your audience is likely going to feel that. Your most creative and most magnetic moments come from when you're actually living, not just recording. Schedule low effort, offline social time. This isn't about like booking something big or some elaborate vacation or forcing some deep emotional conversation. The goal is to have simple, low pressure, real world interactions that remind you about what it feels like to connect without performing, without the mask on, or without having to be polished or perfect or all the rest. Like I said, go to a coffee shop, just people watch, observe conversations, enjoy the fashion, their behaviors, take in all the subconscious fuel. FaceTime a non-industry friend and talk about literally anything except for work. Or just take a silent walk, hit a local market, try something new offline that has nothing to do with your online identity. Sometimes the most healing thing you can do is just go to a coffee shop, order your overpriced oat milk latte or whatever, and remember what it feels like to just exist. No camera, no followers, and no filters. If you're making content daily, you should also be scheduling at least one small real life moment, even just every week, where you can just be a human being and not a content machine. So here is your challenge. The next time you are batching those 10 TikToks or you're prepping your next spicy drop, ask yourself, when is my next human connection moment scheduled? If it's not on the calendar, stop and add it. And then watch how much better, how much more connected, how much less burnt out you feel when you hit record next time. The other actionable piece of advice is that you can build or join a creator community. Isolation fades way faster when people you're around get it and understand you. So think about joining the CEO Society. It is a private-only creator community built by us here at SWCEO for only adult creators, and it's completely free to join. You can find accountability partners there, encouragement, and you can also just have that support or the strategies you need to win. And the link to that is in the description below. Because traditional business or networking groups don't really cater to the adult industry, even when you're online, you might feel surrounded by competition rather than community, but you don't have to feel that way. Have you ever tried explaining your content strategy to a normal friend? Like, yeah, this week I filmed a step-sibling parody and analyzed porn search results and trends. And anyway, how is your corporate job doing? Like, people aren't gonna get it. And that's why you need to be in rooms, virtual or otherwise, with people who don't flinch when you talk about subscribers or spicy content scripts or fan engagement strategies. You need to have a community available to you, and the CEO Society can be exactly that. These are places where you can talk safely about business and strategy in real life without stigma. So if you're not already in a community like this, you are making it way harder than it needs to be. Find a space, either ours or otherwise, where it is totally normal to ask, hey, what's working on OnlyFans right now? And no one bats an eye. You can even just reach out to another creator online and ask if they want to be accountability buddies. Your next creative breakthrough might come from sitting alone and brainstorming, but it might come from a casual DM inside the CEO Society of another creator who totally understands the struggle you're currently facing. But if you're not on the platform, you're not going to get the message. Now, when isolation creeps in, these are the tools I want you to use. When you are feeling stuck, don't spiral. Automate and delegate. You can use tools like GPTs if isolation is making it really hard to show up creatively, for example. You can let these tools do the heavy lifting until you can get back to being yourself. GPTs.ai can literally write your captions, your video scripts, whatever you need. It can even tell you what's currently trending on major platforms so that you can take a mental health day without falling off your money-making game. You want to avoid this toxic cycle of, I'm too burned out to create, but if I don't create, I lose income. But if I do create, I'm isolated. Rinse and repeat. You want to understand that this actually takes a really big mindset shift. When you hit a wall, instead of just white knuckling it through burnout and fatigue, let the systems, tools, and strategy help you move forward and help keep your business alive. Automation is available with tools, right? Delegation is available with teams, and it doesn't make you lazy. They're strategic survival modes for content creators who are really trying to build their businesses. But you don't have to be a superhero or do every single thing yourself. You need to be a smart CEO who knows when to let the business run itself for a minute while you take care of you. Take the mental health day, or take two. Your business isn't going to fall apart when you've got tools, systems, and strategy working alongside you behind the scenes. If this video hit home, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on that bell notification, because we put out lots of content just like this to get you through whatever it is you're facing. This is exactly the space where we talk about the real shit other creators are too scared to touch, and we don't gatekeep. But listen, before we close this out, if you are tired of trying to do everything yourself and you are ready to get that creative momentum back, go ahead and head over to gpts.ai. It's like having your own genius, unapologetic, AI-powered adult creator assistant who's obsessed with helping you make more money, have better fan content, script your next viral videos, and just figure out what's trending so that you can focus on building your business without feeling so damn alone. You're not meant to do everything by yourself. And I believe it's time that we work smarter. And working smarter means getting connected again. So if this video was helpful, please share with another creator friend, because creator isolation is real, and we all know sending a link to someone else is a lot of people's love language. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.
Say like and subscribe. Like and subscribe, please. Like and subscribe to get cat food. It would really help out the channel.
Lay down, buddy.